and then we will start. So hello everyone. Today we will start with rotate image problem. So our 2D matrix has been given to you, and you just need to rotate the matrix by 90 degree. So that is the problem. Now this is the very initial problem. You can basically start thinking around it, how to approach this problem, and then later on, interviewer may ask you, like, suppose if you do not want to use extra space, then how will you do that? So that could be a follow-up question in this problem. So let's see what is this question through the diagram itself. So the first input matrix says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When we try to rotate it, so the first row become last column. The second row become second column. The third row become third column, first column. So that is the rotation for 90 degree. Similarly, for another matrix, the same thing happens. The first row becomes the last column. The second row becomes the second last column. The third row becomes the second column. And the fourth row becomes first column. So I think now question is clear. Is there any doubt? No, let's then move to the solution. Okay, this is our first approach. So the first approach is basically consists of basically taking the transpose and then reversing the particular rows, and we will get a rotated matrix. So when we say transpose, what it means, when we say reverse, what it means, so we need to talk about that first, and then we will dive into the solution part. So suppose this is our given matrix. So when we are saying transpose, what it means the diagonal elements remain same, but these elements get reversed. So we basically change the position of these two elements. So similarly, this is for 2 cross 2 matrix. Similarly, for 3 cross 3 matrix, on the diagonal, like you basically take this diagonal and just reshuffle these elements. And the size of a matrix could be anything. So this is called transpose. Once you take a transpose, then you need to basically do the reverse. So suppose after the transpose, this is our matrix. And after the reverse part, it look like 3, 1 and 4, 2. So that should be our output matrix. So this is reverse, this is transpose. So this logic we are going to write the code. Okay, so we will start with the Swift solution and then we will try to explain other also. So in this, what we are trying to do, we basically take two for loops and try to iterate from the first row and the second column. Then basically, we basically take a temporary variable for reversing the elements. And once we are done with the reversing part, we basically reverse the complete row. We will do the dry run also. So take an example of the given matrix, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So let me start explaining here. So suppose this is my matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. So initially the I is 0 and the j is 1 in this loop. Now when we basically try to reverse the element, so what we are trying to reverse is we are trying to reverse the 0, 1, so which is this element, and the 1, 0, which is this element. Now we try to reverse these two elements. So using a temporary variable, we reverse this. Now the matrix changes to 1, 3, 2, 4 after this iteration. So this is our output matrix after the for loop part. Now this line will be executed, and what it will do, the I value is 0. So matrix of 0 reverse. So it means we are trying to reverse the first row. So in this, we try to reverse the first row. So only the 1, 3 part will be reversed here. So it will basically becomes 3, 1. Now again, the for loop will go here and try to run again. So when I is equal to 1, it will not execute the for j loop, but it will execute this logic, matrix I reverse. So it will try to reverse this also. So after this reversal, the matrix looks like this. So that is our output. And for this solution, the overall time complexity is order of m into n. Basically, m is number of row, n is the number of columns. So we need to basically traverse all the elements to do the rotation part. Any doubt in this solution?
Yeah, Nishant, in the second for loop, for j in I plus 1, why there is a I plus 1 instead of 0?
Okay. Okay. So every time, basically, if you basically take j is equal to 0, right? So our logic fails.
Yeah.
Basically, what we want to do is we want to basically take a transpose. We are not basically going element by element. What we are trying to do is we want to basically ignore the diagonal elements and we want to reverse the upper row with the left column, the first row with the first column. So we need to think around it, like how to basically, what is our requirement? So suppose if I take I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0, then what will happen? These two matrices will become matrix 0, 0, and this will also become matrix 0, 0. Does it make sense to do the reversal of the same element, the one with the one itself?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other question? So in this question, what is the space complexity? Anyone?
Order 1.
Order of n square.
No,
No, there is
order
no
of
space
1,
here.
because there is no extra space we have consumed here. We basically use the matrix and then basically we try to do the n place rotation only. And we took only one variable, which is a temporary
Okay,
variable.
you are asking about space
Here.
complexity.
Right. So the overall time complexity is order of m into n, and the space complexity is order of 1. Right? Space. This is the first approach. We can basically try to solve the problem with this approach, and it looks very simple. Now, the question might arise, like interviewer may ask, like suppose, can you implement the reverse logic? Instead of using a reverse API, can you write the reverse logic? So I believe everyone can write that logic. So let's try to move with Java solution. We will see in Java how can we
Shant,
write the code similar way. Yes.
for the writing the reverse logic, so is it because normally when these questions are asked, sometimes we need to write the logic, or we can simply use the API also.
Yes, it's totally depend on the interviewer. Like suppose if you use reverse and he is okay with it or she is okay with it, then it's okay. No need to describe how to write the reverse logic. But sometimes interviewer may ask you like, can you write the logic for the reverse also?
And
So
but
you should be prepared for both the cases.
when the tests when we give normally, I think we can't use any of the methods, right? Predefined method.
No, I'm not sure that we can't use that. It's not compulsory. It's totally vary depending on the test.
Okay. Thank you.
So we will discuss like how to implement the normal reverse logic also. We can think of that basically is simple one only. So now we basically go with the Java solution. So in the Java solution also, what we did is basically we showed two steps. One is transpose and second one is reflect. Reflect is basically a complete reversal of a matrix. Instead of what we are doing were we are reversing the row only. Now we will basically reverse all the rows. So that is called as reflection. So the transpose plus reflection is equal to rotation. So we will see how to write the transpose. So we already discussed in the Swift solution the transpose will remain same. Like we will start with I is equal to 0, and then we can start with j is equal to I or j is equal to I plus 1. It's up to you. So earlier, one of you asked like why we are taking I plus 1 and why we are not taking I is equal to 0 or j is equal to 0. So it's, if you basically consider j is equal to I, it means you are just doing the same iteration, which is not useful for your solution at least. So you can ignore that by using I plus 1. But for this solution, I just took an example of j is equal to I also. So now this will basically do the transpose part. So if this is the input matrix, now after the transpose, it will become 1, 3, 2, 4, right? Now this transpose method completes. Now we will move to the reflection part. So in the reflection part, what we are trying to do is we are trying to reverse both the rows. So this is the logic which we wrote for the reversal part. So in this logic, why we are taking j is equal to n by 2? Because we are basically considering n minus j minus 1, which is basically the last element and the first element. We can directly reverse. So we just need to iterate till the middle of the array. So this could be a logic, or you can write a simple logic as per your understanding, where you can just take first element, last element, try reverse, then basically decrease I and j, and then you can write the complete logic also. That could be another approach. Even in Java also, you can use the reverse API similar to the Swift one. So that will work also. Any questions? Good. Okay, now in Swift also, suppose we need to write our own reverse logic. So the similar way of, like in the similar way we write the logic in the Java, we can write the same logic in Swift also. So this is our reverse logic for matrix we can write. So till now we basically discussed one solution with two descriptions. Basically, I will say one is using the inbuilt APIs for reverse, and another one is writing your own logic for the reversing the element of each row. Now we will check another approach for this solution, like how can we approach this problem in another way. Just a second, my system hangs. Okay. So this could be another approach in which basically what we try to do is we take 4 elements and we try to basically swap with everyone. So like suppose in this, 1 will be swapped with 3. After that, then 9 and 3, basically these positions will be swapped. So suppose this is my logic, like this is my input array, and I need to basically do the swapping part. So earlier, what was our output? Output was basically 3, 1, and then 4, 2. This was our output, right? Now to get this output using the normal rotate logic, what we need to do is we need to basically shift 1 to this position, 2 to this position, 4 to this position, and 3 to this position. I think now everyone can visualize the solution part. Similarly, for 3x3 matrix or m cross n matrix, you can write the similar logic. So the logic is very simple. Basically, now we know which positions we need to consider. We just need to identify the logic, how to basically find these positions while we basically increment or decrement the j values. So in this case, we will basically increment I and j. So initially, if we basically try to dry run this code, what will happen? I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0. Okay, now the temp variable, what will be the value of temp variable? So suppose this matrix length, what will be the matrix length for, suppose take an example for this 3 cross 3 only. So what is matrix length? Hello?
3. 3.
Okay, so now basically what will be the value of this line? So matrix of, we will say matrix of 3 minus 1, 2 minus
2,
0.
0.
So 2,
2,
and then
0.
0. Right. So this is our one. Now try to find this one. What is this? Matrix of n minus 1, which is basically again 2, I is 0.
2,
Now
2.
again 2, 2. Right. Now try to calculate this also. So this is m of 0, then 2. And now try for this. This is m of 0, 0. So we calculated all these 4 positions, all the 4 corners in a matrix. And the next time, what will happen? We will increment the j first, because initially this for j loop will work with this I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0. Now j will become 1, and we try to do again the same thing. So for the next iteration, you can do the dry run and then you can see the solution. Any doubt in this solution? And I would suggest, like everyone, please try to practice both the approaches, because it will basically open the basically thinking power of your mind. Like you can think in different direction for different kind of problems also, because you might not face this similar problem in your interview, but you might face a different problem which can be solved using this logics only. Any doubt? Okay, then what will be the time complexity and space complexity for this solution?
Order of mtn and the
Time
space
for-
complexity is order of 1.
Right.
Right.
So approach 1 and approach 2 both have the similar time complexity and similar space complexity. So any of the solution could work. Okay. Right. Thanks, Kamal. So basically, the question was saying the 90-degree on the clockwise direction. And Kamal suggested, suppose if an interviewer asks you to rotate the matrix in the anti-clockwise direction. So what will be the approach for this solution? So the approach remains the same. Instead of reversing the row, we just need to reverse the columns. That's all. So to understand the same thing, let's basically see this 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we basically do the anti-clockwise, so what will be our output? Guys, 1 to 10. Okay, I will basically write.
4, 3.
Okay, so is it okay now? Right. So this will be my anti-clockwise output. Now earlier what we were doing is we were basically reversing these two. Right. So after doing the transpose, our output was 1, 3, 2, 4. Now basically we just reverse the columns. So output becomes 2, 1, 4, 3, which is the required output. So now we covered both the directions, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Okay, thanks, Kamal. Let's move to another problem, which is reverse a word in a string. It has two variants, so we will first discuss the little bit difficult one, and then we will discuss the simpler one also. So the question says, suppose an input string has been given to you, and you need to reverse the order of the words. For example, in the first input, the sky is blue. So we just need to reverse the order. Blue will come first, then is will come, then sky will come, and the will come. We do not reverse every letter, but we reverse the order of words. That was the question. Now, to add more difficulty into this, the question says, there may be a leading space, there may be a trailing space, there may be multiple spaces between words. But in the output, you should come with a single space and no leading and no trailing space. So that's the requirement. So for example, to clarify more around the problem, suppose this is my string, this is a space, then I write Nishant, then again space, again space, again space, and A. Okay. Now output should be a single space and then Nishant. This should be the output. I hope the question is clear now.
Yes, clear.
Yes, Anshan.
Great. So how do we solve this problem? So anything like anything strike in your mind while you basically get this problem and you want to share with us?
Yeah, string methods are this thing separated by space and join with an array.
We can
Right,
do
that
one thing.
could be an approach.
We can split a string on the basis of a space, like the sky is line. So I will split the string and store in array. And after that,
Okay.
I take one stack and will push into the stack.
Okay.
And
And then later on, then you do the
let-
join operation.
yes, right.
Okay. Now suppose the solution is correct. This could be the first solution you can give to an interviewer. Now interviewer asks you, suppose you are not allowed to use split API or join API or like basically to create the complexity in the solution, they can ask you anything. So suppose
Right.
we are not able to use the split API, then how will we approach this problem?
Okay.
Okay, so let's discuss our approaches and then we will see like how basically we can proceed. So I have written both the solutions, like one solution, like two solutions in Swift and one solution in Java, which is the first one, which basically we discussed. So like, let me explain. So suppose I input a string, what I did is split using the space. Then I did the reverse part and then I joined using a space. And the single line, I can get the solution in Swift. Okay. If somebody is unable to understand this line, I try to write in a different way also. What we did is, we did split, we got a splitted array of words. Then we did the reversal of our array and then we joined the array. Similarly, for the Java solution, same thing. What we can do is basically remove leading space. Then basically we split the string through the space only, and then we reverse, and then we join. So it's similar solution, right? And the time complexity for this solution is order of n, which is basically the number of characters in the input string. And the space complexity is order of n because we split by spaces and we consume a array. So in every case, basically here also we are getting array. Here also we are getting array. Here also we are getting array. So this solution, I think everyone is clear, right? Is it clear?
Yeah, Anshan.
Okay. Then let's move to the second solution with the Java one first. Okay. So in this, what we will do is we will reverse the whole string and then we will reverse each words. When we say reverse the whole string, what it means? So suppose I have a string like, let's take a smaller one only. Just a second. Okay. Suppose I have a string n word. When we say reverse the whole string, what it means? We did like this: D, R, O, W, then space, then N, then A. Then we say reverse each word. So now we will reverse this. So it looks like word. Then we reverse this. It looks like N. But if you remember, our question has a complexity of spaces. Like we could have leading spaces, we could have trailing spaces, we could have multiple spaces in between the sentences also, or in between the words also. So first we need to deal with that part. So to deal with that, what we did is we took two variables, left and right, and we try to basically check with the left one. Like if left is equal to space, we basically increment the left value. And similarly for this will basically what it will do is it will try to remove all the leading spaces. This logic, this line, it will try to remove all the leading spaces. Any doubt in this solution? So in this, what we are trying to do is we are checking for every index. If it's consists of space, we will basically move the left index. So if suppose there are 4 spaces in the leading side, then it will basically move the left variable till 4 index. Now we know after this, there will be no space. Similarly, for this logic, we will have the right is equal to length minus 1, which is the last index of a string. And we basically check if it contains space, then we try to decrease the right, and we will try to move until suppose if it contains spaces here. So now after these two while loop, our left will here and right variable will be here only. Okay. Now the next thing is we want to basically reduce the multiple spaces in between. So how can we do that? Anyone? Any thought? So basically here we took one string builder where basically we will update our string and we will remove all the spaces, multiple spaces which we have, and we will have just single space in it. And overall, we will basically return our this string. So this string. So basically, if you see this complete method, so this is a trim space method. It returns one string and it takes an input as a string. So output will be the normal string which we were expecting without multiple spaces, without leading spaces, without trailing spaces. So we wrote a function trim spaces which take care of the spacing problem. Now our logic part will come. So just a second here. So this is our main method in which we need to write the code. So what we did is we did this part, first one. Now we just wrote the logic for reversing the whole string, and it seems to be very simple. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, this one. So in this logic, we can directly this logic, I don't think I need to explain because everyone is familiar with the normal reversal of a string. We basically took 2 pointers. One is indicating the 0th position, another is indicating the last position, and we try to swap every element, and then we increase the left, decrease the right, and until we meet the midpoint. So we will be able to reverse the string with this logic. Then for the reversing just so basically now we just need to reverse each word. We are able to remove the spaces. We are able to reverse the complete string. Now we just need to reverse each word. So what could be the condition which we can basically consider while reversing each word is the space part. So suppose to identify it's a word, we will start with two variables. Suppose start and end. Start indicates 0 and end will move until you find first space. Once you find first space, you know this is a word and I just need to reverse that word. So what I can do is I can use this logic only. I can use this logic only, in which basically I will basically provide the word. I will provide the length of that part. So initial point of 0 and the length of that word string. So this is our logic. Just go through with this. It's the simplest one also. So we took two variables, start and end, and the start should be less than n so that we consider all the words. Then in the second while loop, we try to find the first word. And once we find the first word, we try to reverse the word and then move our start pointer to the next word. And we try to consider the next word again. So in the while loop, it will run again and again until we consider all the words. So all the words will be reversed using this logic. And once we are done with this, we can directly do this. Now, let me minimize this so that you can see the complete solution in a one go. And if you guys have any doubt, please ask.
Nishant, can you please go to
Yes.
zoom the trim space method?
Okay, this is the trim space method.
First, in first while loop, we are removing the leading
Yes.
before string spaces, and another while loop, we are removing the last spaces. And in between spaces, like we are checking if character is equals to space, it will not append.
So think like this.
So,
Instead
then,
of replacing, what we did is we first find our string start from which index. Okay,
hmm,
from the first while loop. Then from the second while loop, we find out where will be the end of the string if we do
hmm,
not try to consider the space. So
hmm,
we got two pointers left and right, which basically indicates the start and the end of a string, which do not consider any leading or trailing spaces. Now we
hmm.
have only two pointers. Remember, we do not modify the string. Now using the string builder, what we try to do is we create another string which considers the previous logic like starting and ending logic. And when we basically try to append the characters into the string builder, we are checking that we consider only the one spaces only one time.
But where we are checking space is only one time is there or not?
Okay. Okay.
This I want.
So let me explain this logic also. So let's do the dry run with this logic and we will be able to understand the complete logic. Okay. So the first line says left should be less than is equal to right. This seems valid. Now we take a character from the string using the left index. This will be our first character. Okay. So
Hmm,
suppose take an example. Suppose this is my string A, B. Now left
hmm,
is here, right is here. Okay. Now the C indicates A. Okay. Now if
hmm,
C is not equal to space, we appended. This is fine,
hmm,
right? Now it will not go into else if condition.
hmm,
Then left plus plus. Now left comes to this point, space one.
hmm,
Okay.
hmm.
So if C is not equal to space, no, this is not the condition. So if condition fails, we move to the else if condition. Now in the else if condition, what is the logic? What is our the string builder length? Till now we just appended one letter only,
Hmm.
right? So
Yes.
here what we are checking,
Okay. We are checking the last SB length
so
minus 1.
basically the length minus one is basically 1 minus 1, which is 0. So in a string builder, character at 0 will be A. So it's not
Hmm.
equal to space, right? Then
Okay.
we append the space here. Now the output becomes A and space in the string builder. Now again left plus plus. Now the left pointer comes to again string. Okay. Now to this, the second space. Now again, we check here. Okay, character C, it's a space. C is not equal to space. This is wrong. Now in the else if condition, when you try to fetch this SP length -1, which is basically 2 minus 1, which is a space, right? This. So this condition fails. So we do not need to append the another space, and we will move left plus plus again. So then next time it will be A space B.
B.
So this is the logic.
Okay. Thank
So,
you.
so I would suggest, like, whenever you feel any doubt, even while writing a code or even while studying some code, try to do the dry run. Take an example, the smallest one, so that you can try to do the dry run very easily. And even while you are giving interview, if you are able to write the solution, always consider giving a dry run to your interviewer, so that they are also at the same page with you. Like whatever you are thinking, the interviewer will also be able to understand. So try to give the dry run if it's not a directly a portal, coding portal. Is it okay now?
Yes, now it's clear.
Okay, perfect. Now the similar solution for Swift, and I don't think I need to basically go through with the Swift solution now, because I hope everyone is clear with the logical part, because the language could be anything, but the logical part remains the same. So in Swift, I will just give a fast overview around this solution. So in this, first we convert our string into array so that we can directly access through the array indexes. And then we basically check like finding the end index, and then we basically trimming the spaces and moving the end index to the last. Then we basically reverse the complete string, and then we reverse the individual words. So the logic is same. So first we basically try to remove all the spaces. Then the second is trying to reverse the complete string. And then third is reversing the individual words. Okay. Any doubt here? Okay, we did not discuss the time complexity and space complexity for this solution. So the time complexity and the space complexity for the approach 2 will be order of n and order of n only, because we took a string builder, so it took a space. So order of n, and time complexity is order of n is because we need to traverse the complete string to remove the extra spaces as well as to do the reversal part. So overall time complexity is order of n only. Doubt? No. Okay. Let's move to the third approach. I will not go deep into the third approach. The third approach basically says we will basically first remove the trim spaces like leading, trailing, and the mid spaces. Or we do not need to consider the mid spaces in the third approach, only the leading and trailing spaces. And then we start traversing our string, and we are basically, once we basically find a word, first word, we will insert it into a DQ. Similarly, for once we basically find second word, we will insert into the DQ. So all the words we are inserting into a DQ, and later on, because with the DQ, what we can do is we try to fetch and we try to append the words, and we will get our order. So in this also the time complexity remains same, space complexity also in order of n only. So it just giving a thought like how we can use the DQ to write the solution for this kind of problem. Now we have seen this problem. The one thing we should think around this is currently we are taking order of n space. The reason is the strings are immutable. Now suppose interviewer says, suppose there is no constant of leading, trailing, or the middle space problem. Okay. Now you have the normal string with a single space, and but the string is immutable in nature, or basically mutable in nature. So you can modify the string also in place. Now, can you optimize onto the space front and try to do the reverse of a word as required in this problem? So we will see the description first, and then we will discuss the solutions also. So this is basically the next follow-up question also. So given a character array S, reverse the order of word, and it does not consider anything like the extra trailing, leading spaces or everything. It just says strings will be separated by a single space. But the condition is your code must solve the problem in place. It means without using any extra space. Earlier in our previous approaches, we were taking extra spaces. Okay. So now we will try to solve without any extra space. I have written both the solutions for Java and Swift. So we will go with
Nishant,
Java
what is
first.
an example for this?
Okay, just consider there is no space. So I will write, okay, suppose the India. Okay, here no space, here no space. This is single space. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is a mutable array or a mutable string, whatever it could be input based on the programming language. Now we need to do the reversal of words such that we do not require any extra space. That's the constant here in this problem. Okay, so we already discussed the same approach for this string. Like we already considered this subset in the previous problem. So we can just think like earlier what we did is we tried to reverse the complete string and then we tried to reverse the words.
Yes.
Right? We can follow that approach and we can directly do this in memory only. So let's see how we are doing this. So this is the main method, reverse words. Now in this we call first reverse. So it will basically reverse the whole string. And for reversing the whole string, this is the logic. So I start with left index and right index. Right is indicating the end of this. So this is, suppose, let me take another color. This is my right index and this is my left index. And basically I start reversing those, so swapping those two letters. Similarly, again, the next time what we will do is we will reduce our right to this and reduce our left to this. And again, the similar way, basically left will increase and right will decrease. And we will be able to reverse the complete string. Once it's done, we will do basically reverse each word. And for reversing each word, we already discussed the solution that was in the previous also. So what we will do is basically we took two variable start and end. So suppose initially, just a second. Okay. Yeah, initially the start end points to T. Now we will basically check if start is less than n is basically the complete string length. Then in the second line, we find the end index for the first word. So initially end is pointing to T. So it's not is equal to space. We can plus plus. So now end is pointing H. This is also not equal to space. We will again increment n to E. This is also not equal to this. Now this is pointing to space. So now we basically have start here and here. And I just consider this string to for the reversal part. So what we did is we basically call the reverse method, which we have written here. Okay, with the end minus one, because end was pointing to space. Now, basically, if this is my end point, this is my start point, I can use this method for reversing the word. And similarly for the next word also. So for the next word, what we did is we basically increment the start with end plus one. So earlier end was here. Now start will become this. And end also becomes this using the end plus plus. And then again, we will basically go into the while loop and the same logic will run again for the next word. So overall time complexity will be order of n, because we need to traverse the complete string to do the traversal and to reverse the string also. And in this case, we do not require any extra space. Earlier, we use string builders or an array or an string. But in this case, we do not require any extra space. Solution is clear?
Yes.
Perfect.